Hello, this is Gail Fry, Module 4, Understanding My Community. My school is Isley Elementary. Customs and traditions, greeting students at our school doors, Wednesday community meetings, shine slips, IT TV, tech club, Girls on the Run, parent engagement, STEM night, and the carnival. Our IT TV is our news that we have the students actually announce on, and we play that every Friday in our classrooms. Demographics. Our population is that our characteristics are that we are a magnet school and we are pre-K to 5th. We have around 525 students. Teacher to student ratio is 14.1 and 14 to 1. Minority enrollment is 38%. We have a low teacher turnover. Overall testing rank is the top 50%. Math proficiency is 36%. Reading is 49%. And our diversity score is 0.58, the top 20%. Communication channels. We use phone calls, rotary calls, newsletters, email, school website, Facebook, and IT TV. IT TV is also put on our school website for parents to view, and it's also on YouTube. Phone calls are probably daily as needed, as rotary calls are announcements. Newsletters are monthly, emails are daily. School website is just available for parents, and so is IT TV and Facebook. Parents can access those. Phone calls and emails are probably the most effective getting a hold of parents. Community groups, we have PTO, we have the parent work group, parents, community members at Isley Facebook group, and they often get together and buy things for teachers, which is super nice for the beginning of the year. And we just have to put what our needs are. They have junior achievement, which comes to our school, depending on if you choose to do fall or spring, and they will come and they'll do a presentation for you where students will learn about certain things. One particular time was on coding for one group. So that was really cool. They came out for 6 to 8 weeks. We have local churches in the community that donate things to us or help out at our school, and local businesses as well. Leadership. In charge, school board first, superintendent, the community, and then the principal. Economic conditions. Wichita unemployment rate is currently 5.9%. The average household income is around $50,000. The main occupation in Wichita is manufacturing, which includes our the aerospace industry. Educational services as an occupation is 8.5%. The school budget for this upcoming school year is projected to be $761 million, which seems like a huge amount to me, but I've never ran a school before, never had to come up with a budget, so couldn't believe it, but that's the budget. Some of this money will go towards improving the graduation rate and raising third grade reading scores. I'm a third grade teacher. I'm kind of excited about that. This would be approximately $13,738 per student. Let's see, political structure. We have a governor that tells us, hey, you need to keep your doors open or you need to keep them shut. Like, for instance, this year with COVID, she told us we had to close our schools and we had to get out. So Laura Kelly is our person that's over everybody. Then we have our mayor, Brandon Whipple, our school board. They work together with the mayor. Superintendent, we have a deputy superintendent and an assistant superintendent. We have social tensions, of course, everywhere does, especially right now. So currently there is racial tension in Wichita concerning Black Lives Matter. Last year we had lots of riots in town and lots of issues with that, some gun violence because of that. Within our high schools, racial groups tend to segregate. And I know this because both of my kiddos went to Wichita public high schools and would talk about it. Not necessarily know that there's tension between those different racial groups, but they do segregate. There are tensions within the public and private schools just because of pay. Public schools pay more than private schools. However, private schools offer a little bit more than public schools. So there is a little bit of tension there, and especially with parents who are trying to decide whether their children go to public or private schools. Previous community efforts. School bond issue that was passed for $13,585,000 for athletic equipment and facilities for high schools in Wichita. That was just this past year. Wichita approves a star bonds to bring Topgolf to Wichita, which will improve our economy and therefore helping our schools. And also we have a new baseball stadium, which is bringing in lots of money to our community with the Wichita Wind Surge, which is a double A minor team for the Florida Marlins. Power structure. In our community, there are several families that are very wealthy. They own a large amount of the businesses in Wichita. They also fund many projects such as the new zoo exhibits and art museums, as well as educational programs and scholarships within our schools. And that's the Koch and Stevens families. Multicultural issues. Wichita has a high Hispanic population. There's a high population of Hispanic students in our schools. Not necessarily at Isley. We don't have an ESL program. But in most of the schools that I've worked at, especially the Title I schools, they do have ESL there, and they do offer English language classes for parents in the evenings. Public opinion, we find out how parents and the community, what they think about our school through parent surveys, parent involvement, comments on social media, and verbal comments, just to teachers or staff. All right, for this assignment, correlation. Trying to find a good place for my picture here. Correlation. In order to be a future leader, you have to know about your community and the community effects and help your school. This assignment was all about researching the community and the effects of community and the schools within it. Relevant. Learning more about our school and the community strengths, my knowledge pertaining to where I work and where I would like to be a leader someday. This assignment made me understand how community and schools work together to create a collaboration. And reflection. There's a lot to think about when becoming a future leader. One of the most important things is collaborating with the community to have a successful learning environment. This assignment solidified this for me. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you so much.